Hello, my divine kings and queens. I'm back to do another video. And today's message of what I want to go over is there's a lot of people, there's people who went against you, right? Who went up against you in the most treacherous way that you could have ever imagined. You went up against people who were very evil, and you didn't understand why you had to go through these situations, right? But you knew that the situations that you went through, you knew that it wasn't normal because you know that you was going through spiritual warfare. And see, what was happening is these people that you had to battle up against, these people that you was able in these situations that you overcame by the grace of God. You realized that God was always walking with you the whole time. And see, now that God has vindicated you and brought you up out of these situations, the message for today is that a lot of these people who put their mouth on you, who did you so dirty, who talked about you in a foul way, all of these people are going to have to sit back and watch you eat at the table that God so graciously and dutifully prepared for you. They about to sit back and watch you come up. They about to sit back and watch you not miss no meals. Do you hear me what I'm saying? All these people gonna have to sit back and watch you eat. Because God is delivering back to these people what they deserve, because he's saying what they dished out to you, you didn't deserve. What they dished out to you, you didn't deserve. These people were so treacherous and evil, and people didn't even realize it because they hid it so well. These people wanted you to fail. These people put their mouth on you. These people didn't want you to win. But God had a bigger plan for you. That man had the master plan. And he enables you and puts you in a position of power to succeed and to exceed every expectation, man. Every expectation, every goal you was able to accomplish. Everything that you put your mind to, you was actually able to step into it and accomplish it. Everything you touch turned to gold. And see, these people didn't want you to step into that. They didn't want you to tap into your power, right? The power that you always had within you. The power from within. And see, you had to go through what you went through in order to transform and tap into that power. These people were relentless. It's like a dog running after the bird. The dog can only thrive and survive on land. The bird can survive on land. A bird can also fly. Do you get what I'm saying? These people were like the dog chasing the bird. These people were chasing after you. They were relentless. They wouldn't stop. They wouldn't stop talking bad on your name. They wouldn't stop mocking you. They wouldn't stop judging you. They wouldn't stop going against you. And when the time permitted itself for you to tap into that power and spread your wings and fly, you did just that. And you flew away from all these people. You excelled. You propelled to new levels in your life. And these people fell down in a ditch. They came to the end of the road. At that cliff, the end of the cliff. Do you get what I'm saying? A dog can't fly. So what you think happened to these people? They fell down in a ditch while you flew. While God lifted you up, these people fell down. And they didn't want that. They wanted you to be in a ditch just like them. They wanted you to fall just like them. They wanted you to be miserable just like them. They wanted you to be stuck just like them. They didn't mind not doing nothing with their life and failing in life as long as they knew that you was right there with them. That's spiritual warfare. That's the demons that's on these people, man. The evil spirits that surrounded around these people, and you didn't understand. You didn't understand it. But see, just as Joseph encountered treacherous family members and Jezebel spirits that abused their position of power to manipulate the situation in order to achieve a certain outcome, These people wanted a certain outcome for you, and it wasn't a good outcome. But God didn't allow these people to have their way with you, because in every situation that you was in, every bad situation that you was in, he had his hand over you. So it never got to the point of how they wanted it to go. Things didn't go the way that they wanted it to go, because God had his hand over you. And just as God put Joseph in a position of power, I'm trying to tell you something, man. God placed Joseph in a position of power to where word got back to Pharaoh that he knew how to interpret dreams. And it came a time to where Joseph had to save Egypt from 7 years of famine by interpreting a dream to let the Pharaoh know that in 7 years that we're going to go through 7 years of abundance. And instructed the people to collect all the food that we can and store it so that they may be able to get through the 7 years of famine. And when the time permitted itself and they was going through the years of famine, the people was crying out to Pharaoh. The people was crying out to Pharaoh for food. And you know what Pharaoh told the people? To go to Joseph, that he will know what to do. Y'all ain't ready for it. And who had to come? Who had to come to Joseph? Seeking food. They needed food. Who had to come? The very same brothers that sold him into slavery was the very same brothers who had to come back and humble themselves. They had to humble themselves because now they needed Joseph. People didn't think that you was gonna be in this position. They never thought they would have to come back to you to humble themselves, that you would be in this position to help them. But you see how God made that thing work? You see how God structured it? How he allowed it to go? Things had to go the way that it needed to go, because see, he wanted these people to think that they was getting away with something, but they really weren't getting away with anything. Everything that they was saying about you in private that people knew about, he is blessing you publicly for everyone to see. For everyone to see you win. For everyone to see you come up. For everyone to see you do good in life and looking good in your life. Do you hear me what I'm saying? This is what they didn't want. But this is what's happening. This is what they have to sit back and watch, because they can't stop it. These people are suffering. These people are suffering. I'm trying to tell you something. Joseph, every time I get a message, it's always something that one of my friends was telling me about, going through the 7 years of abundance and then be doing right by that, because that's going to get you through 7 years of famine, right? So I was like, she just brought up the story of Joseph and me, and I was like, how is it that just the other night when this message came to me, I was connecting it to the story of Joseph, and then boom. It's like so many people went up against you, man. You weren't supposed to make it out. Had God not had his hand over you and blessed you with certain skills and abilities and just was covering you and protecting you and walking with you, and these people would have had their way, who knows where your life would have ended up. But God didn't structure it to be that way, because he always had a bigger plan and purpose over your life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Joseph had to go up against treacherous family members who didn't have to hate Joseph. They didn't have to hate him. They should have appreciated him for who he was and what he was able to do and his skills and abilities, and just be a brother, be his family, be his backbone, be his support. When he wanted to do things the just and right way, he came up against Jezebel's spirits that wanted what they wanted to sleep with him. And when Joseph didn't want to do that, they wanted him dead. They lied on him. But see, just as, like I say, that the lies are being illuminated, everyone is being exposed right now. For everything that they said, everything that they spoke against you. Do you hear me what I'm saying? They spoke foul on your name. They spoke so foul on your name that to see you winning in life now, that is a way that they suffering. Because see, you don't know what the things that they were saying behind your back. Do you hear me what I'm saying? But God knows, and he going down the list. He going down the list. Everything that they said you would never be, that's what you are right now. Everything that they said that you wouldn't tap in and step into, you stepping into it. Everything they said that you wouldn't have, you have. That's the justice. That's the justice. You deserve it. You deserve it. Man, go ahead and tell your enemies at the end of the day, man. Tell your enemies one time, laughing season is over. It's reaping season now. It's time to go ahead and reap this check, reap this money. It's time to reap this abundance. It's time to reap this prosperity. It's time to reap this fame, reap this fortune, reap this generational wealth so you can break generational curses. Man, JC, back me up. GPR, you with me? You already know what to do. If any of these messages resonate with you, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And tell a friend to join the JC gang. Reach one, teach one. We ride together. We gonna slide together. JC gang for life. I'm trying to tell you something, man. Laughing season is over. The days of people being able to mock you and judge you and criticize you for the things that you was going through, it's over. It's reaping season now. And it's gonna stay that way. It's gonna stay that way. You've already stepped into your abundance, into your prosperity. You see how God rose you up and blessed you in front of all these people? That's him vindicating you. That's him vindicating you. Because see, whereas these people thought that he was doing something privately, the very same people that they doing in front of, looking at them and then looking at you, and then they looking at them and then they looking at you, and then they like, hold up, something don't match. Very same people that's putting their mouth on you is the very same people that's suffering, doing nothing with their life. They have not done anything since God brought you up out these situations and took you away from these people. But you excelled. You kept going through different levels of your life. God kept lifting you up. God kept progressing you. God kept elevating you. God kept placing you in positions to succeed, to win. And not everybody. I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about people who jumped on the bandwagon with these people to go against you, judge you. You know, at the end of the day, you know that saying that they say, It take a village. It take a village to raise a child. And I could be saying that wrong, but for anyone who's heard, at the end of the day, man, it's people in your community that ain't no good. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't know why that came to me just now, but it take a village. It's some people who were so jealous and envious of you, man. They knew what was going on. Could have pulled your coattail and told you what was going on and what was up. Nobody wanted to tell you nothing. A lot of these people knew what was going on. Could have offered a helping hand. Could have reached out to you, man. That ain't nothing normal that you was going through. That was spiritual warfare. These people could have reached out. They could have called you. They could have done something to help you. You was hurting. You was hurting. You was hurting. You was in pain. Feeling like you had to go through that by yourself. Because at the end of the day, you know, like I tell y'all, you chosen people have it so hard. Because it's like the devil, I tell y'all are light in a world full of darkness, man. The devil, if he can get the people who he feel is close to you, however way that he's going to get to you, he's going to try. And sometimes it's getting through people who are not spiritually equipped or spiritually protected and grounded as you. And that's how he's able to go through and use these people and manipulate these people to go against you. Now you sitting back and you wondering why you ain't got a friend to call on, a friend. You trying to figure out why everyone who you trust got to go against you, why people got to judge you, or why people got to be jealous, or whatever the case may be, when you come with love. People don't have to be jealous because you willing to help people. You willing to put people on and teach people. It's the spirit that's on these people. And I keep trying to tell you, new levels, new devils. This just as the devil got to be relentless to try to get to you, to destroy you. God is coming through for you and protecting you on every end. You sitting at that table, man, and you eating, and God just standing around. God just standing around. Your spiritual team just standing around you, surrounded around you, proud of you. They're smiling because you smiling, happy because you happy, because that's all they ever wanted for you. And that's all you ever wanted for yourself. You're chosen and you have it hard because the devil's trying to destroy you because of the purpose. Your purpose in life. And sometimes it gets so hard and you try to figure out why you went up against so much hell. Why it had to be like that. Once you realize and you got spiritually grounded, you got closer to that man, you realize that you had to go through that in order to learn certain lessons. It was lessons to be taken out of these situations. You know, lessons for these people who went up against you, that if you don't have nothing nice to say, just don't say nothing at all. People still haven't grasped that yet. It's so much evil in this world. People are becoming lovers of themselves. Do you get what I'm saying? Which is why you have to now more than ever get closer to God, so he can instruct you and guide you on what to do and how to be. Because the world is not going to get any better, but it's our job, right, to spread peace, love, and light and do what the Lord tells us to do. Sometimes it's not always easy because we do have to walk alone. And it's because of the situation like I just told you. He will get to people that's around you. You thinking you got something good, and then it turns and switch up. These people switch up on you. But that's how you know, man, that you're divinely favored and that you're blessed, because of the way that God brought you about these situations to place you in a position of power to succeed, just as he did for Joseph. And you're going through your years, your season of abundance, your season of prosperity, man. You deserve that. You earned that. Never mind these people who feel like, or who judge you. Never mind these people who went up against you, because God is dealing with them. They is suffering. They got to eat their words. Imagine a person so evil that speak against you, right? Who know they just got it in the bag. They just know. Some of these people, man, they so smart till they dumb. God gave them enough room to screw themselves, because see, at the end of the day, it's like, you go about your way, you go all out your way to try to go against a person, to try to screw a person over. And then you think that you got away with it. And then a situation happened where you lose everything. You wake up one day and you trying to figure out, how did this shift happen? You knew that it was a shift, because whereas you was struggling and then these people kept winning in life, you knew that it was a shift. And then when things started turning and things started coming through for you and you started winning, you heard through someone, or you saw, or God showed you what these people was going through. And that's how you knew things was shifting. When things started getting good for you, you just automatically knew that the people who went against you, you know that they were not going through it. And that's the way that God set it up to go. To allow these people to think that they was getting away with something, with screwing you over privately, but he's blessing you publicly for the whole world to see that you're not who they said you were. And that the lies and everything that they took you through, all they made themselves look out, all they did was expose themselves for the bullies that they are, for how treacherous and evil that they are. And now everyone, whoever spoke foul on your name, whoever went against you, have to sit back and watch you win. And that's exactly what's happening, because it's reaping season. It's your season. It's your season to come up. It's your season to win. It's your season. It's your time. You deserve it. That was the message that I really wanted to get out, because I just kept, being led to that story, being led to Joseph's story. And I watched the movie last night, and I just was like, everything that you've gone through, man, you've already overcome these situations. And God has blessed you with that position in front of everyone, for everyone to see. You handle things so graciously. You handle things, you took the high road. And God blessed you for that. The best revenge, the sweetest revenge that you can ever have, is your success. Being successful winning in front of all and for everyone to see. For everyone to see. Even people who probably didn't go against you, who just had something to say about your situation, didn't even know, didn't even take the time to really seek the truth. They just jumped on the bandwagon. God blessed you for everyone to see, because that's just how much he loved you. That's just how much he cared for you. You never belonged in a ditch with these people. You was always destined for greatness. I want you to understand that. I want you to continuously carry on and continue to take the high road. Do you hear me what I'm saying? Don't allow these people to put you in a situation where they get a reaction out of you, because that's exactly what they want. Some people feed off of that. They feed off of that. Being able to take people about their element. Being able to get a reaction out of people. Do you hear me what I'm saying? It's like people keep picking and picking and picking and poking and poking and poking because they think you're not capable of clapping back or dishing out to them what they dished out to you, but they don't even realize. They don't even realize. It's like people awakening a sleeping giant. You don't bother nobody. You don't go out your way to hurt people. But when people keep poking and poking and poking, what do these people expect? And see, you was placed in a situation to where you was ready. Your back was up against the wall. You felt like you had nothing else to lose. You was ready for it. But see, God knew if he didn't step in right when he needed to step in, one or two things was either going to happen. Someone's going to end up 6 feet under, or somebody was going to end up catching a case. I'm telling you, I don't know who I'm speaking to, but I feel like I'm speaking to somebody. Somebody was ready. Y'all was ready for it. And see, the reason why you were instructed to take the high road and not go through with them plans that you had made to get back at these people. See, some people, like I tell you, are so smart till they dumb. They think that they had you all figured out. They thought they had you all figured out. So they thought that the outcome, that the worst was going to happen. They already had it in their head that, oh, this is the worst that can happen. They ain't capable of doing it like that. This is the worst that can happen. God was sitting back like, you don't even understand. You don't even understand what you just did. And but God knew what you was ready for. These people didn't. God knew what you was ready for. And that's why he had to spare these people and save you. Because he had a purpose for you. He had a purpose over your life. He didn't want to see you throw your life away and give these people no more energy than you had already given them. The only thing that you was supposed to do was learn a lesson out of this. Whatever situation you went, you was just supposed to learn a lesson. You was never meant to stay down for long or be in the ditch with these people. That's why God vindicated you. And that's why he rose you up in front of all these people to see you be successful. And everybody got to sit back now and eat their words and watch you eat, watch you come up, and watch you win. You won. You're winning. You've already stepped into that new stage of your life. So be proud of that. And thank that man that he came through for you the way that he did, that he stopped you from doing certain things that would have destroyed your life further. Thank him for that. Because he was saving you, he was protecting you. And while he was taking that time to go ahead and prepare that table for you, he instructed you to heal. And you did just that. And now it's your reaping season, baby. So I just wanted to go ahead and deliver that message to y'all, that it's y'all reaping season. It's y'all time to go ahead and win and cash checks, get money, win, come up, do whatever it is that you want to do. Everything that you touch right now is going to turn to gold. Everything that you touch is going to grow. Everything that you put your mind to right now, you're going to accomplish it. So continue to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Continue to put God first in everything that you do. And understand that if you need a friend, you got it in me. If you need love, you got it in me. If you need inspiration, motivation, a life example, You got it in me. I'm your sister. I'm your friend. I got you to the very end. JC Gang for life. Be blessed and stay prayed up.